Yeah, I heard word around town is a popping off.
Hey yo, what is up everybody? It's the King Hitman with another Dokkan Battle video. We have the Metal Cooler Army, the team, the full free-to-play team. They have awakened, they've EZA'd. They are very unique free-to-play cards. They're the equivalent of the Ginyu Force. First of all, this animation looks dope. This, I forget, I don't know, it doesn't click for me until I saw this support memory, but like, Fuller has his own little floating throne. It looks so good on him, and that shot right there looks perfect. But yeah, so we have the free to play Metal Cooler team. They go bar for bar. I mean, the only one that doesn't share every single link with them is LR Cooler right here. But of course, he's the leader, right? So what else were we gonna do? I do think these guys should have had big bad bosses instead of, I don't know, fusion. I mean, what does that link do? We'll see in a moment. So right now, let's focus. Stats: 197k defense, 205k defense. The LR is almost 280k. Let's do. They all want rainbow orbs. All right, keep that in mind. So I'm trying to get every single one of these free to play cards at least 3 rainbow orbs. But it's weird to maintain because they all orb change, which is why they're so good. Like, this is going to be a very valuable set of free to play units. They look like they're going to hold up. They all greatly raise defense on super attack for 1 turn on their super attack effect. So make sure you time and a half their super attack or their defensive statistic, right? If he lowers, did he lower attack? Oh, okay. So we're gonna go by like typing. All right, I'm gonna be like physical cooler, like STR, or like I'll just maybe say the color. Make sure you keep in mind that's what I mean. You just everything except the LR. For the LR, I'll just say LR cooler. Now let's do. This one is a support, so I like having him around. The physical one is alright. The physical one, he recovers damage dealt his HP, so I think we can let him go. You see the cooler statistics just went up, so that's because this guy right here gives 20% attack and defense extra once he gets his 3 rainbow orbs. No, I should have checked their defense, by the way. Each of them, let's go through their passives. It's so weird. They're a set, of course, so they're very similar in a lot of regards. Each of them changes the type that they're strong against. So for example, this STR one changed physical to rainbow key spheres if he's the first attacker in the turn. I'm not sure what order we started out in, but just keep that in mind. So whatever they're strong against, they change that to rainbow. But they have to be the first attacker in the turn. That's how they choose which cooler does what. I think that's a very nice mechanic. I really like that because all of them are going to float anyway. Like, unless you have the LR, which of course we do, right? We're going to have him coming around. That's the only reason that you're not going to see orb changing on that turn. See, this time it was weak. It wasn't too effective here. Let's do, first of all, defensive stats: 182, 197, and 205. This AGL one, he might be the best one. The AGL one looks very, very good. The tech one might be the worst just because in difficult content, you can't take advantage of what he does. But if you don't know what the AGL one does, STR to Rainbow, when he's the first attacker, 40% attack and defense per Wicked Bloodline category ally on the team, up to 200%. All of them get that buff, plus the orb changing. The AGL one specifically gives all allies 2 key, and he gets a 30% chance to dodge. He will get the additional 20% chance to dodge with 3 or more rainbow key spheres obtained, and he will get an additional 25% defense per key sphere obtained if there's another metal cooler named teammate in that same turn. So I do got to make sure I check. All of these guys do get different, like, some of them are getting attack and defense, some of them are just getting attack, some of them are getting just defense. They all get buffed based on, okay, this is not working. The orb changing is nice, but damn it, the LR coolers are making it difficult for sure. So we can't see his extra buff trigger right here, but let's see his defense post grabbing. 169. That's actually really low. Why is it so low? Okay. Matter of fact, I want to check their link set because these guys, all the free to plays go 7 for 7, as I said earlier. So let's see. Auto regeneration, 5% HP recovery, and 5% damage reduction. That's actually really, really nice. That fusion link, I said I wish they had big bad bosses instead of, is also a very good link. 2 key attack and defense, 10% for everybody. Deficit boost is attack 20%, and then, you know, brutal beatdowns 15% attack, thirst for conquest is 15% attack and defense, strongest clan in space is basically just key +2 and then lowers defense. No one cares about that. I hate that so much. I always forget that it's more than just 2 key because it's so irrelevant. So right now, watch the int orbs. The int orbs are going to change. We get it. Let's see. There we go. Okay, that's because the physical one is in slot 1. So we're going to keep the physical one. We kind of like him. Now, the ones that are better off just inherently are the ones that are getting defense upon grabbing key orbs. So you see, before he was at like what, 205 or something like that, 253k defense. He's greatly raising defense on super attack and has 5% damage mitigation. That's not slight. Like, for a free to play unit, I'm glad they upped the bar, because I had been saying for a couple months, like, the state of free to play was a bit alarming. Like, Akatsuki had no regard for free to play units, so it's nice to know that they're fixing some of that. Now, the physical one, I said this earlier, but I'm gonna say it again. His unique ability in his set is he recovers 15% of the damage dealt as HP, which is really nice because LR Cooler likes to recover HP also. So in tandem, that's going to be very helpful. He recovers an additional 5% damage reduction, or damage dealt as HP. So basically, 20% of the damage he does will be recovered as HP, right? With 3 or more rainbow key spheres obtained, and he gets 25% defense if there's a cooler in the turn. So of course we're gonna have that active. Told you guys what the AGL one does. The int one recovers 10% HP at the start of the turn. He gets an additional 5% HP recovery with 3 or more rainbow key spheres obtained, and then he gets 10% attack and defense per orb. But still, we got to keep this STR one, man. This STR one, he likes being here. He's loving this team right now. Come on, dog. Oh, that's the main issue with rainbow orbs. I love rainbow orbs to death, right? But people always say, oh, I like rainbow orb changing much better because I didn't even realize I clicked that. I like rainbow orb changing so much better because it allows you to create paths, and the type ones, they cut paths off. And I'm like, yeah, that's true sometimes. But bro, sometimes you have so many rainbow orbs, you can't get all the key you want. Like, it's the bridging and the mechanics and the way the game is set up. You can't get all the orbs you want. So that's annoying. Now, which one did I not do? I told you guys the tech one is the worst one. He, of course, orb changing, 200% attack and defense on this team. Attack and defense minus 25% to the enemy. He debuffs them for 2 turns. That's very powerful in Super Battle Road. This guy is going to be very helpful in SBR. These coolers are on a lot of teams. I'm going to list their teams off before I talk about why I think he's the worst one. Let's do... I suppose there's no reason to keep the physical one. Oh man, it feels like everything I do, I gotta maintain the rainbow orbs, bro. You definitely can't maximize all of them throughout the course of a fight. It's not possible. And I do have a theory in my head that Akatsuki makes the orb changing a bit like the board. They make it a bit more difficult in difficult content. So it feels like you can't even get a lot of these rainbow orb changing mechanics to work out if you're facing like AGL Broly or something. But then again, mistakes are going to be magnified against an enemy. He's still one of the strongest enemies in the game, right? So mistakes are going to be magnified against that guy. But I'm just saying, my paranoia is high. See, 400k is a lot. Listen, we want you to die, but not yet. I couldn't care less about his revival in this video. They're doing solid attack stats. I mean, like, no, 3 million is not crazy hard hitting. Clearly, right? Clearly. But their defense is... Look how much HP we recovered, bro. We were about to die a moment ago. We were going to die. Okay. So keep an eye on these, the second and third coolers, defensive stats, 191 and 210. Suppose we'll only be able to see one of them. Let's do 191. So he's going to trigger his buff, and we're getting a couple of normal type key spheres. 203. Really? That's it? Is it on super attack? No. That's not that. I'm not sure if I'm tripping or not, but maybe the additional key spheres didn't trigger. because it doesn't say per type key sphere, right? It's not like we only grab the 3 physical orbs and then that's when his buff triggers. No, it says attack 25 for the STR one. My bad. Let me find STR. I just X'd out one of them, and of course it was the STR one. I got their info on the side of me right now, and I clicked off of it. The STR one gets, oh, okay, that's my fault. He only gets attack when he grabs orbs, so that's my fault. His defense shouldn't have gone up that much, but there he is. Okay, all right, 5.2 is very solid. Greatly raising defense on super too. So what, like 340-ish K defense, give or take? That's very good. 4.1 for this guy. Let me remind myself, the int one gets 10% attack and defense on orb upon grabbing the orbs. So do that. Yeah, but the AGL one, his dodging is going to be very viable. A high chance to dodge with 288k defense, bro. There's no support. 288k. He's the best one. The AGL one has to be the best one. But yeah, the tech one, he lowers the attacked enemy's attack and defense by 25% for 2 turns. When you get him the 3 rainbow orbs, he will seal the attacked enemy's super attack for 2 turns, which is very helpful. And then, but it's like that's a super battle road type mechanic, right? And then he gets 25% attack, purely attack when he's grabbing those orbs with a metal cooler teammate. Okay. We should be able to dominate, yeah, and we have his active skill. Why not? It's weird that the LR can't really. Alright, but yeah, it's just weird. The LR, it's like he's the odd one out, but he has to be the lead. You gotta run the LR as the leader, right? If you're not running him, you're running the AGL one, but I mean, what does the AGL one have that this one doesn't? No, their link sets are pretty much the same. I think the AGL one just have shocking speed, if I'm correct. I might be wrong. Let's see. I want to see the physical one. Does he get defense on suit or on key spheres? Yeah, 25% defense. So 179, you grab him 7 orbs. Let's see. 278, bro. After super attacking, these guys are very viable defensive units. Like, they can tank normals for sure from some of the tougher bosses in the game. I mean, not like Cell Max, right? 7.3. I love it. I love this LR. This LR he's phenomenal. He's exceptional. Very good unit. Now, my thing, you're recovering so much, like massive amounts of HP every single turn. And the only way you could die really is by taking a type disadvantage or maybe like a really hard type neutral super attack. I don't know how else you're gonna die, because the physical one, and even if it hits the physical one, I don't think he'd die. I don't think one super attack is able to kill the physical LR if you're at near full HP. I mean, look at this, bro. We're not dipping below, and even if we do, the end of the turn, if we make it to the end of the turn, it's a wrap. We're right back to square one. Every turn feels like a fresh life. I like this team. I like this team a lot. Is it better than the Ginyu Force team when the Ginyu Force team came out? Yeah, I could see that. I could see that being true. The Ginyu Force team was like physical. Raccoon was really good when he got his EZA and things of that nature. That looks really good, by the way. Good work, Carrie. Good work, KX. Good work. Final thoughts on this team. I mean, we got one more phase, right? But my final thoughts on this team in general, very well rounded. I think the ones that get defense upon grabbing orbs are going to always they're going to age better. But the thing about teams like this is if a couple of them age, all of them are going to age, because they want to be on a Wicked Bloodline team, but their links are metal cooler links for sure. Like 3 of these links are automatically metal cooler links. So yeah, you could run them with certain Frieza units, but you'd prefer to run them with each other, right? They're a family, they're a set, they're a family within the family. I like that. So 6 orbs this time. Let's see what you do. 168. 6 orbs, 5 orbs. Yeah. All right. 168, and that jumps to 253. Ah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys are enjoying the showcase so far, by all means, please like. If you are enjoying, please, and you got thoughts, please comment. And if you want more of the Hitman, the Kid, please consider subscribing. I appreciated your time so much regardless, man. I haven't looked at a free-to-play team like this in a long time. This looks like this is a team I would run. I had the blessing of pulling physical LR Cooler, so I can run this exact team right here. It's just I only have the one copy of Cooler. Let's see how much you take. I didn't even, wow, I blinked, bro. I looked away and blinked, and I didn't see how much he took. He didn't take anything because our HP is still high. Crazy. Crazy. He took double digits, didn't he? Remember, auto regeneration is the link that the physical LR will always share with the rest of them of course, with the other two being what strongest clan in space and thirst for conquest. So he raised his defense on super attack, and then Cooler has 5%. Well, all of the coolers have 5% mitigation, so that cut down this full power Goku a lot. I don't think y'all are gonna let me talk over this one, right? I think we've seen it already. This video. I think y'all are cool though for that one. They still look. They look so menacing. Like, I'm not gonna get over this face. This is like one of the creepiest shots in Dokkan when this Cooler core, like actual Cooler, starts laughing. It's so creepy. It's menacing and all of that. All right. See, look at this. This is beautiful. This is one of those situations you'd get all of their links active, or all of their, abilities active, I think. I might be a liar. Hitman is definitely a liar. We're prioritizing the STR one because the STR one supports 240, 191. This is fine. All right. Come on, show me something. So yeah, the STR one, I mean, if you don't think the AGL one is the best one, you definitely have got to argue the STR one. I think that's the only other option you have, because the STR one gives extreme class allies 20%, like I said, upon grabbing his orbs. That's very helpful. That's very helpful. And he gives all allies 20% attack and defense, like, by nature. By nature. This team is going to age pretty well. I think this team is going to age very well. I want to see how much you take. Post super. 531. That's type dis though. Don't be unfair. That's type disadvantage. I'm not tripping off of that. I'm not. I know that's a lot to us nowadays, but I'm really not bugging over that. I would be dead right now if my physical coolers weren't rainbowed though. And then look at this. Just give it all back, bro. Give it. That's half our health, dog. That's half our health, and we're about to get more HP recovery. Oh my, that's like 58% of our HP. This is nice. Now, the team is slow, for sure. The team is one of those methodical teams in the game, like Hybrid Saiyan was a long time ago. The team is very slow. I think we're going to do... Yeah, I like this. Yeah, alright, we're good. This should be the last turn right here. We didn't even see coolers revive. That's the danger, though. That's the only way this team can fail. I mean, you run two of the physical LRs. So if you keep the physical LRs on rotation, like I've been doing for most of this video, you will always orb change, which means you should typically see at least one of the free-to-play coolers mechanics activate from the orb ability. But if he gets super, like LR Cooler gets supered in that slot 1, that's what you want anyway, right? So this team can survive difficult content. The only one I'm worried about, like I said, is the STR one, because he doesn't get defense on orb changing. But like, his attack stats are good, but I'm not impressed by his defense. His support is valuable, very valuable. And the AGL one and and the tech one, but he like I said, I just think he's by nature the worst one anyway. And the AGL one, because when you cancel dodge, those few enemies in the game that canceled, well, it's a handful now, huh? that cancel dodge, you'll be in danger. You'll be in danger for sure. But at least they didn't give them different super attack effects and all the extra. They just made them all greatly raise defense for one turn. You know how monstrous they would be if they did it for 3 turns? Don't get me started, dog. Don't get me started. Give these coolers full additional, by the way. Give them full additional. Love this. I love what Dokkan did here. People were tripping out like, bro, what are these coolers like? They're mid, bro. Like they don't even look good. This was when their TUR info came out, just base TUR, and I'm like, bro, clearly they're gonna EZA. And people on Twitter are acting like this is the final state. Like, oh my gosh, they don't look good. Like they're mid. They're mid. I'm like, no, they're gonna EZA. And I'm scrolling through people's replies, and it's like, yeah, man. Like, what is Dokkan thinking? L celebration, and they're not being like funny. They're being dead serious. They think this is the final state of those TUR coolers when they were only level 120. Like, oh my god, the coolers are so bad. Shut up. They were gonna EZA. I knew they were gonna EZA. I can't be the only person that plays Dokkan that knew they were gonna EZA. So I'm like, we're not anywhere near their final state. But yes, of course, before Awakening, they were all mid. They were all mid. They were not good. But they were gonna EZA. The only thing that's caught me off guard about their awakening is the rainbow orb changing, man. Very helpful for showcases, maybe in Super Battle Road, whatever you're doing. This is very helpful. Like I said, you know, one's like the AGL one, one's like the STR one. You can run them off the team. You can run all of them off the team, right? All of them. But they all look, or some of them will look better than others. They're not all on the same playing field when you're running them with like Friezas or I don't know, STR, EZA cooler, or STR, because they're not on transformation boost, by the way. None of the metal coolers are on transformation boost. You get what I'm saying? Some of them will look better than others in non-family situations like what we have right here. Hope you guys enjoyed the showcase. It's the Young Hitman. Young Hitman, I'm off this.